What's up, everybody? This is Jared with 59 Direct to talk about that June State of Play presentation that we just got with PlayStation. We're going to go ahead and do kind of like an everything you've missed, basically a recap, going over the different announcements that we got. So it's a bit unscripted, so we're going to kind of go a little bit all over the place and just kind of talk about this, kind of discuss this. So let's go ahead and go with how the presentation started, which was a banger, and that was Resident Evil 4 Remake, and a pretty cool, like, not traditional way of starting it off the actual trailer. It gave us the release date, which is March 24th, 2023. They seem to be really confident to hit that marker, but they basically went ahead and gave us a beautiful trailer, a mix of some cinematic, but also a little bit of some gameplay, I believe, too. You got to see Leon kind of walk right through the village and everything, and so they gave little bits of snippets. What's pretty cool to know is that according to the official PlayStation blog, it does seem like they're going to be doing some new things here. They seem to be taking it, in terms of story, they want to do a little bit of a reimagining, they call it, which is basically changing some tidbits of the story to probably match what they're kind of going with these remakes. And so overall, it looks really good. I think a lot of us, when we saw this, were pretty much like just not expecting this whatsoever. I think a lot of us expected this next part, which was, again, they opened up strongly with the Resident Evil 4 remake, and then they went into Resident Evil Village, which is what a lot of us, including myself, figured they were going to do first. But they did something special. Instead of talking about the DLC, which a lot of us have been kind of waiting for up to this point, but interesting how they're still holding off on that. Maybe in Summer Game Fest, that's where they'll announce it. But they did announce Resident Evil Village VR Edition that is coming to PSVR 2, which makes sense because this State of Play did promise PSVR 2 games were going to be talked about, basically, and announced. And so along with Resident Evil Village, the VR version, they also announced that The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 is coming to the PlayStation VR 2. We also got a look at No Man's Sky VR Edition that's also coming to PlayStation VR 2, and then we also got another look at Horizon Call of the Mountain with a little bit more gameplay this time. It's definitely showing off that it's gonna be one of those kind of VR games that are off the rails a little bit, where you're gonna be pretty much kind of guided throughout the game and then doing different things. But honestly, it looks beautiful. This is definitely probably gonna be one of those big showcase games to show off the new PSVR 2. You can tell the difference between when they first show off this game to what we just saw at this State of Play. In terms of visuals, it is a beautiful game, but then you got to see some of that gameplay, the different enemies from the game and how you're gonna fight them and whatnot, the story aspect to it. It seems like they're doing really cool things with the PSVR 2 in terms of their first party and how they're really highlighting it. Also, to our surprise, they also showed off a big update is coming to Horizon Forbidden West, and this is a bunch of things that were coming, like a new game plus, different stuff from your actual gameplay when you're playing it. You're definitely going to see them go more into this probably at some point, probably in a PlayStation blog. They did do a bunch of PlayStation blog updates for a lot of these games, so I didn't quite read everything that are bringing to the Horizon Forbidden West update, but it's a pretty big update with that new game plus. I think they added an extra hard difficulty and just a bunch more features that they're adding, probably some quality of life stuff. So definitely go check out that PlayStation blog if you want more information in terms of the update that's coming to Horizon. Next up was a pretty surprising one, I think. We figured some kind of PC port was probably going to be announced here, right? I mean, they kind of are taking their time with when they announce what game is going to be next from PlayStation first party. That's going to be go ahead and get that PC you love. And so Marvel's Spider-Man, the remastered one, got announced, but to our surprise, according to the PlayStation blog, this one I did look up, it's not just Spider-Man remastered, it's also Miles Morales is being added with this. They're probably gonna do some type of like double feature coming to PC, probably as like a singular package for one price, and that is going to be coming again to PC in August of 2022, which is, again, to a lot of our surprises. I think a lot of us thought maybe games like, I don't know, maybe they'd go more into Returnal or just something else. I mean, we're still waiting for, I think, the Uncharted Lost Legacy collection. I think we're still waiting for that one to get, if I'm not mistaken, a release date. So pretty interesting that they're going to go ahead and bring over Marvel Spider-Man, which is a really big one to bring over to PC. Again, PC fans are eating good, so definitely gonna look out for that if you are a PC player. We finally got another look at Stray, some more gameplay. The game looks really great. This time we did finally get a release date, and the release date is July 19th, again for PS5 and PS4. But something that surprised us that we were not expecting, Stray will be releasing on July 19th, but also it's going to be releasing for free, well, technically for free, if you're going to be signing up for the higher tiers of the new PlayStation Plus. So if you're getting PlayStation Plus Extra or PlayStation Plus Premium, you're gonna actually be able to play straight as soon as it drops with your subscription. So again, it's starting to pay off. It looks nice to see that they're going to start doing some of these third-party games that they have coming in. And if they're going to start doing some types of day and dates, a great thing to see again for those new PlayStation tiered packages. So if you're going to get those, you're actually going to get straight with your subscription, and that is on July 19th that the game releases. We actually got a surprise look at the Callisto Protocol, which is again an upcoming game that looks just like Dead Space. A lot of people have been saying. Keep in mind, the actual creator of Dead Space is behind the team working on this game, and it looks beautiful. We got another gameplay reveal of it, again just showing off more of the planet that they're in. I think it takes place in a prison and on the moon and whatnot. You're seeing again a lot of enemies, and again a really big kind of like a heavy emphasis and how it looks kind of similar to Dead Space. So really cool to see. The game is actually a surprise. It's releasing in December of 2022. That was another pretty big surprise here. They went in a little bit of some indies here. We got a first look at Roller Drome, which looks really cool. It's from the creators of Ollie Ollie World. It's basically like a rollerblading action game. It's releasing in August. It looks like a lot of fun. It seems to be like an online multiplayer game, probably team-based. But it's like if you meshed over your love of like Jet Set Radio, maybe some Borderlands, probably some other influences out there, but you put that all together, you're getting this really cool rollerblading shooting game. So it looks really cool. Definitely keep this on your radar. I think it's gonna be a really awesome game when it releases. The other surprise game that got announced was Eternite, another really cool looking indie game. It's going to be kind of like an action game, but also a dating sim game. So a lot of people were excited to find out that they're having, you know, another kind of anime-esque game coming in that seems to be, you know, really big on some pretty cool narrative stuff with some action, and again that dating simulator part mixed into it. So if you're a fan of like, you know, those types of games, definitely stay on the lookout for Eternites, which is going to be coming out. They didn't give, I think, a specific release date, but it will be releasing, let me double check here, I'm going to pull it up, early 2023. So definitely go ahead and check that out for early 2023. Now, one of the big announcements that we got was Street Fighter 6. This is again one that got announced, basically teased before. This time we actually got some gameplay. It looks absolutely insane. They definitely showed off a lot of the newer characters that they kind of previously announced before, but they showed off a pretty cool new mode that seems to be like a creative character, but also you're gonna be able to free roam and explore a little bit. It seems like they're just announcing some pretty cool new things. According to the PlayStation blog, they're gonna have a live commentary mode to be added now to the online multiplayer portions, which is gonna be super interesting to see how that's gonna work out. But it seems like they're doing a lot of cool things with Street Fighter 6. The gameplay looks awesome. They're doing this really cool artistic kind of like neon color kind of vibes with certain moves that you're performing in the game. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff. Hopefully looking forward more to this game. It is going to be set for a 2023 release as well. Now, another game that we got to look at that's finally coming to the PlayStation platform was Tunic. Again, if you're not familiar with that, it's just another isometric action game that's coming. I think it was previously released on other platforms, but now coming to the PlayStation platform, and that got a release date of September 27th. And then we got to look at Season, A Letter to the Future. I believe another game that has been released before, but now coming to the PlayStation platform. And this looks like it's going to be coming autumn of 2022. So check that out for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. And then pretty much the state of play ended on a really big surprise that I think myself included did not expect. But the homie Yoshi P dropped and came by and showed off the new trailer for Final Fantasy 16. And we actually got a glimpse of not just some of the story, but another look at some more of the gameplay. And not only does the gameplay look so much better than what they previously shown, but the gameplay, oh my goodness, they're finally showing more aspects of it that seem to be that they took parts of like the 7 remake kind of action sequences where they have more of those like little like cinematic in-game cuts in between the fights. Again, you can see a lot of that like Devil May Cry style action that you expect to see with this new entry. Very action oriented, which is really cool. And they did one thing that like I think a lot of people, including myself, are extremely hyped for. They showed off the summons, but the way that they showed off the summons was that they seem to be doing like the summons in terms of like big kaiju like battles with a summon versus another summon. They showed like Sheva, Ifrit, Titan, Bahamut. I think Odin was even in there. Like they're going through all the summons, but it's a very cool like monster versus monster action. So we're definitely looking forward to, of course, knowing more about the game, but they gave us a nice good look in terms of what we can expect to see with this brand new trailer. The game looks honestly phenomenal. And the best part of it all, they gave us a release window, and that is summer of 2023. And again, the game looks absolutely beautiful. And that's pretty much how they ended the state of play. So guys, give us your thoughts down below in the comment section. If I missed the game, I apologize. Again, I kind of did this just top of the head here and looking at some of the announcements. But again, a really nice state of play. These PlayStation state of plays range from like, okay, cool indie stuff, right? Don't expect too much. And then they drop ones like these where you're just like, holy crap, you just dropped a lot of big bangers. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Final Fantasy 16. I mean, those two, and then Street Fighter 6. I mean, those are a lot of really big games to be dropping in a state of play when you know they might still have a PlayStation Showcase event, which is where they mostly show off their first party games. So a lot of people are looking for first party, but just keep in mind, you can probably look forward to that first party either maybe at the Summer Game Fest event, which is also very coming up soon as well. But expect that maybe PlayStation will do a PlayStation Showcase event, which is where they show again off more of their first party games and a lot of their bigger third party games. But they showed off a lot of big third party games here, so who knows? Maybe at Summer Game Fest we'll see more of those upcoming first party that we're looking forward to. Fingers crossed. God of War Ragnarok, we hope to see it there. But guys, again, like I said, let us know down below in the comment section your thoughts. I'm Jared with 59 Direct, and we'll see you guys in the next one.